Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. I've got my swirly picture mug. I think this is from Australia, maybe. I can't remember. If the person who gave me this is watching, please forgive me. But I chose this because I thought it kind of looked like a fun mug, full of life and movement, and it reminded me of the theme that I want to talk to you about today. Now, I'm also standing by this fence looking at this overgrown yard. I'm actually standing in the grassy area behind the school. So this is our property. This is our property as well. And this used to be a playground, believe it or not. There used to be sets of swings and kids used to play. This was a play area connected with the daycare that used to be in the building here. It's pretty overgrown now, isn't it? It's a bit of a jungle. And it reminds me that, if we don't care for something, we risk losing it. And we're called to be stewards. And one of the greatest treasures that we are entrusted with as a parish is the people of our parish, the people. And among those people, certainly the young lives that are put into our care. Now, it's no secret that if you consider our parish over the last 20, 30 years and all of the young people who pass through our parish, that when we ask the question, where are they now? Well, they're certainly not playing in our parish. most of them, well, I don't know where they are, but they're not in the parish. Put it that way. We haven't, and that's not just our parish. That's pretty much many parishes in Canada, in North America. We haven't done a good job. We didn't secure the future of our young people's lives in the life of the church. So we need to change how we do things. And that's one of the changes we made when we moved away in the last couple of years from classroom-centered child catechesis to more a family-centric model of working with kids. And also as we moved to Sunday morning having children's liturgy of the word, or a kind of ministry for kids, an option for kids to, while the liturgy of the word at Mass is going on, to go to another place and have an age-appropriate experience. And that's what I want to speak to you about, because we're continuing to move in that direction. In fact, we want to strengthen that ministry. Now, first of all, why do we do this? Well, we do it because we believe that children have a capacity to come to know Jesus, just like adults do. And one of the problems with the catechetical approach that we've had in the church is that we catechize people and we celebrated sacraments with people, but they were never evangelized. Young people were catechized, but never evangelized. They learned about Jesus, never came to know him. And children have a capacity to know the Lord. And so that's our first goal, is we want to take that time for children who come to Mass to have a exploration of God's words and a teaching and a time of prayer that's appropriate to their age. Now, I don't know if you can recall your earliest memories going to Mass as a child. My earliest memories are staring at the figure of the crucifix and thinking that's what God looked like. And the other thing was being told by my mother to sit still and be quiet. Now, if I was my mother, I would have told me to sit still and be quiet as well. I'm sure many of you understand that. But put it this way, it wasn't the greatest experience going to Mass. Especially when you're short, you spend up most of your time looking at people's backs. You don't see anyone. So Mass was, in many ways, boring. Let's be honest. If you're a kid, it's kind of boring because the homily is aimed at adults. It's just not that engaging. And I think, first impressions are everything. And I think we did a great job of boring the faith out of kids. No wonder so many kids grew up to the point that they couldn't wait to be confirmed. They couldn't wait for confirmation because they were finally going to be full members of the church. No, because they finally could leave the church and be done with the church, because all we had done is bore them to death. I really believe that. Now, some of you might say, well, that's a bit extreme, but, well, where are they? I think we did it the wrong way. So that's one of the reasons why we want to do kids ministry, to have a chance to help these kids to encounter Jesus and come to know him. We want to give them an age-appropriate message that will engage them. We also want to, a secondary advantage is maybe help the parents by bringing the kids in, help the parents have a more meaningful experience of Mass themselves. Now, I have to say this though, that the kids ministry is not babysitting. And we want to just remind you that the age range that we're aiming for, because what we've discovered is, as we've grown this and then we have more and more children, is that it's very difficult to engage kids of different ages, of a vast age range, with the same exercise. And right now we only have the team to do basically one exercise. And so the age range that we're aiming for kids ministry, for liturgy of the word for children, is age 4 to age 9. And we're going to ask that if your child is younger than age 4, if your child is older than age 9, that they not be sent in to children's liturgy, because I was back there a couple of Sundays ago. I was here, Father Gregory presided, Deacon David was preaching, and I got to walk around, check the parking lot, look at what was happening, and go and listen in on the children's liturgy of the word. And the team did a fantastic job, but it can be pretty chaotic back there. So that's what I wanted to let you know, that we are trying to grow the children's liturgy. We do hope to develop something later on for other age groups. For that, we need people to step up and serve to help us do this. So our kids are, as you know, a real part of our future, and it is a jungle out there, and we want to do the best that we can. So please pray for our young people, for our children, and let's continue to develop this ministry so that we can maximize the chance that young people's memories of going to Mass will not be, well, put it this way, will be a little more pleasant. Take care. God bless.